rapturous reception in the Afghan capital Kabul for defeated presidential candidate Abdullah as he arrived to address supporters. He has agreed a power-sharing deal with his rival Ashraf Ghani, who will become the new president on September the 29th. In his first public statement since the deal, Abdullah congratulated Ghani and pledged to work with him in the new government of national unity. In Ukraine, around 200 people from the eastern city of Kharkiv came to protest near the president's office in Kiev. They were demanding the removal of the mayor of Kharkiv, who they accuse of pro-Russian sympathies. The protest came as Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko presented a plan to apply for European Union membership by 2020. In Pakistan's port city of Karachi, the Mutahida Qawmi movement, or MQM, staged extensive protests against the arrest of some of its activists. Schools, shops, businesses and petrol pumps were closed, and the main route to the Chief Minister's house was blocked. 15 members of MQM, the most powerful party in Karachi, are being held without charge following a police raid. There have been a number of such raids on parties and religious groups in the city this year. In the Russian city of St. Petersburg, an international festival of gay culture was forced to hold its events in small, overcrowded rooms. The organisers of Queer Fest said many private venues had refused to host events. At this lecture on the history of the gay rights movement in Russia, people were turned away due to lack of space. The festival's opening night was attacked by protesters with stink bombs. On the outskirts of the Kyrgyz capital Bishkek, volunteers from non-governmental organisations spent a day advising people how to get ID cards. Nearly 50 new settlements have sprung up around Bishkek in recent years as thousands of people have flocked to the city to seek work. Many of them have no official documentation, which is needed for access to services such as clinics and schools. In the Tajik capital Dushanbe, state prosecutors gathered from several former Soviet countries to discuss closer cooperation. Delegates came from Russia, Azerbaijan and Armenia, as well as Ukraine and Moldova. Topics included organised crime, terrorism and corruption, but also human rights issues. And that's the video roundup from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty.